Hello friends, Raul here, bringing you your daily dose of stop motion videos and watch repairs. Here it is, the full servicing of the Seiko SKX009. It is a diver watch, an extremely popular one. Beloved by both budget and high-end enthusiasts and collectors, it is one of the most popular watches in the watch community. And today I'm going to show you in stop motion, obviously, how I serviced it. This watch was introduced in the 90s, and from its release until when it was discontinued in 2019, it stayed basically unchanged. It is my first automatic watch, and honestly I like it more and more as the time goes by. It is in a pretty good condition, the exterior is slightly worn, but it has no dents or major damages. I had it for 7 years, so I thought it is time for a service. The watch works, but as the time grapher will show later, I am better off checking the time using a stick and the sun. The lume is still good though. And yeah, Merry Christmas everyone! It is the first time in my very brief watch repair career that I see 900 seconds per day time difference. So let's dive in. It being such a popular watch, you can find plenty of documentation online. The movement looks okay. I am really wondering what the reason is behind the terrible time grapher reading. It even has some basic finishing on the plates. I didn't expect this. I will take the movement out of the case and proceed with the disassembly. The screw-down crown at 4 o'clock is an SKX signature feature. The dial is really nice. The markers and hands are big, making easy to read the time. It also has a day-date complication, and as I showed earlier, the lume on the hands and hour marks. I forgot to mention, but this is one of the cheapest ISO 6425 certified divers. But of course, it should be in factory condition. If you haven't serviced it in ages and your gaskets are worn out, it may be that it is not waterproof anymore. Now I'm proceeding with the dial side parts removal. There are 2 plates that hold everything in place. What I don't like about this watch is the use of plastic parts. I know that the role of these parts doesn't have anything to do with the accuracy, but only day, date and hour changed. Nonetheless, for such a tiny precision piece of engineering, metal is always better. The dial side parts removal is almost finished. Yep. Now I'm moving to the watchmaker's side. This side is the most exciting part when dismantling a watch, as it contains all the moving parts that keep the watch alive. Balance wheel, pallet fork, escape wheel, train of wheels, to mention a few. And also, as you can see, it has the magic lever for the automatic winding. This lever translates the rotational movement of the oscillating weight to the barrel and mainspring. But why the magic? Well, it is not really magic, but it is a cool mechanical gimmick. The magic lever allows the energy to be captured and pushed to the mainspring in both rotation directions. So when you are moving your wrist and the oscillating weight rotates, there is no energy lost. Everything is transferred to the mainspring. The watchmaker's side dismantling is almost complete. It is quite standard. I didn't find anything that I haven't seen before. And lastly, the keyless works, the components that engage pinions to change the time, date and day. Thank you fish for your support. And now it's time to clean the parts. Since I am doing this as a hobby, I don't have an automatic cleaning machine. Therefore, I am manually cleaning everything with a brush and pegwood. For all the parts except the pallet fork, I am using IPA. For the pallet fork, I use lighter fluid as the IPA may damage the shellac that glues the jewels to the metal part. It is a tedious job. Each jewel shall be cleaned thoroughly. But I find it quite relaxing. Maybe the IPA vapors help. There are many parts and they are so tiny, so I must really focus. I learned this the hard way, by damaging some parts in the past even without realizing. You put the watch back together and then you find out it doesn't work anymore. Does it sound familiar? Raise your hand in the comment section. Now moving to the case, I will just swipe the exterior dirt. Here is an overview of all the parts, nice and clean and ready to be assembled. All the parts are okay except the balance wheel. I had to dig in and find the root cause of the problem, and I concluded that the hairspring was damaged, which was causing the snowy time grapher reading. So in the end I replaced the balance wheel. But other than that, everything looks good. And now it's time to put the parts back together. I'm starting from the watchmaker's side and I'm using 4 types of oils and grease. If parts rotate slowly, I use Mobius D5. For the parts that rotate very quick, Mobius 9010. Only for the pallet fork jewels, Mobius 9415. And lastly, for the parts that get in contact from time to time, such as the keyless works parts, the Molykote grease. You should always refer to the service manual of the watch, as most of the time the oiling instructions are specified in detail. Also, there is one more point to keep in mind. When it comes to oiling a watch, less is better. A tiny bit of oil is enough. The components of the watch are really tiny, so if you put too much oil, it can either escape and go places, or it can oppose force against the movement of the component. And this can lead to malfunction, low amplitude and so on. Now putting back the mainspring barrel, the power source of a mechanical watch. And the train of wheels kept in place by the train of wheels bridge. I didn't mention this earlier, but in my opinion, one negative point about this caliber is that it doesn't have manual winding and hack function. But believe it or not, there is a whole modding heaven around the SKX series. It is the Lego of the watch world. So you can add whatever function you want, change the bezel, dials, hands, basically anything. And now one of the final fish deliveries, the balance wheel. Thanks fish! I am thinking to use a different object each time I service a new watch. Can you guys give me ideas? So far I used the Lego minifigures and the fish or whale or whatever is this. And back to the dial side, always make sure that your watch holder has a good grip on the movement. Otherwise, the movement may slip when tightening a screw. And that can lead to a big screw up. A screw up not caused by a screw but by you. Jokes aside, I haven't explained yet how I filmed those videos. So maybe some of you are interested. This technique is called stop motion. It is not filming but taking photos, many photos. The camera needs to stay perfectly still. I move the parts little by little, taking a photo after each move. Then I put together those photos in Final Cut Pro and this results in a video. It is a time-consuming process, but I enjoy it a lot. I hope you enjoy it as well. Back to putting the watch together, I am now doing the final steps. I am putting back the dial and the hands. I am sure this dial will age so well. And now carefully putting back the Pepsi bezel case. I didn't record the sound, but it is so satisfying to rotate the bezel. The last piece in the puzzle, the oscillating weight, which winds the mainspring when moving your hand. And here it is, the Seiko SKX009 serviced in stop motion. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, it helps a lot. And if you have any ideas as to what I should incorporate in my next videos, give me a shout. For the next watch on the bench, I am considering the Seiko Lordmatic with the linen dial. But I haven't made a decision yet. And lastly, I leave you with a new time grapher reading. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Cheers!